Hey everybody, Emma here from Inkylicious. Today I want to show you how to use our Inkylicious ink dusters. There's a few techniques and this video is going to be the first technique, which is just your normal ink dusting. And I'm going to work on our Inkylicious satin silk art card, and it's A6 size is this. You can do this on any other card as well, so if you've got your normal matte stamping card, textured card, watercolour card, you can try this on all sorts of different card stock. But I like this because you get a really nice, smooth and a really good blended finish. So I've got a couple of different ink pads here, and I'm going to start off with a yellow. Now you'll have to excuse the shadows on the video. I'm just getting it all set up, so this is just a quick one. So I'm going to start with my yellow, and I'm going to dib, I'm going to dab, just to spread the ink around the brush. And you can do it either do it on blotting paper or in your ink pad. And I'm just going to come on and start spreading this yellow over my card. So I tend to hold the brush like I would a pen on an angle. And I tend to do small circle motions. There we are. So I'm just putting a light shade of this on first. The great thing about the ink dusters is you can make that colour a lot more intense just by building it up. I'm going to use a sun stencil from our Mountain Valley set. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place that on. So I can now, like I said, start building this yellow up where I want it. Nice and bright. There we are. That's it. So you can go from your nice pastel yellow right into your dark, well, not dark, but your nice bright yellow. There we go. Put it around there. That's it. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave the stencil there, and I'm going to go for another colour now. So I've got a nice pink, and I've got an end for all of my pinks. So I'm going to dib, I'm going to dab, because I know it is quite a wet pink, is that? So I'm going to turn this round, and I'm just going to start blending this ink on. So again, I'm using that circular motion. There we are. That's it. I'm just putting that ink where I want it. I'm just blending it through with a brush. There we are. So I'm going to bring that pink a little bit further down. So the nice thing is as well, if you don't have a lot of colours, a lot of inks, you can blend colours together. So where I've used the pink over the yellow there, it's got a really nice orangey colour. There we are. So again, I'm going to bring that pink down a bit more. And if I take that off now, I've got my sun there. And I can always come back in and add a little bit more colour to this as well. So again, I'm going to dib, dab, and I'm going to use this orange at the bottom here. And there we go. And I'm going to bring that right up through my pink. And there we go. So I can just start blending it in. And there we go. A little bit more, I think. That's it. So once you're happy with the background, as I say, you can always come back in. So I'm going to bring a little bit of this orange into where my sun is. And there we go. That's it. Lovely. And once you're happy with that, we can then use the Mountain Valley stencil to get some hills on this. And I'm going to do this just with a dark coloured ink pad so it shows up and you can see the effect really well. So you've got two sides on this. This is a mountain side and this is just your soft rolling hills. And you will always start at the top and work your way down with this. So I'm going to place that on there. I'm going to dib, dab, and I'm going to use that ink just on the bottom of the stencil. So always on the bottom edge. I'm just going to pull it across. Now when I'm using my brushes with stencils, I tend to use them a little bit more upright. There we go. So if I move that, I've got my first hill there. I can then keep moving this stencil around to wherever I want my next set. So I'm going to do one about there. Again, dib, dab, and bring that up. Oh, there we go. That's my second one. And again, if I want to use just the hillside, I can also bring them in. So again, just using the bottom edge of the stencil. And there we go. And again, I'll do another one just a little bit further down there. That's it. You can also use your brushes as well on cards like this, just to give you kind of a little bit more depth. Use it on the corners as well. So it's great if you want to, make anything look a bit more vintagey, get your brown out and just use that along the edges and around the sides, and you're not going to get any marks or anything like that. There we go. So I'm quite happy with that background. And there we are. So that's just your normal ink blending, ink dusting technique. So if you do want to take this a step further, which I'm going to show you in another video, I'm just going to give you a quick sneaky peek now. So I've got my pink ink pad here, which I use. Again, I'm going to dib. This time, I'm actually going to spritz that brush with a water spray. And then I can just brush that through my sun at the top. So this time I'm getting a little bit of texture in there. And it's just breaking it up a little bit as well. There we are. So you'll have to watch one of my other videos to see your next technique, which will be the water technique.